Shalom, this is day 3 of the Biblical Hebrew Israelite Study Seminar. We're just going to go over a brief article. This is from BibleStudy101.org. Tribes of Israel. Part 1, Introductory Facts about the 12 Tribes of Israel. And while I'm reading this, just find in your own research and studies what facts that you know. And let's compare and contrast. Part 1, Introductory Facts about the 12 Tribes of Israel. Abraham begot Isaac. Isaac begot Jacob. To be an Israelite by blood, a person must be a descendant of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Jacob begot 12 sons who are listed herein in subsequent sections. The 12 sons of Jacob are the patriarchs of the 12 tribes of Israel. For example, Jacob's son Benjamin, or Benyamin, which we'll get to the names, is the patriarch of the tribe of Benjamin, or Benjamin. Jacob's son Reuben is the patriarch of the tribe of Reuben, and so forth. Well-known descendants of certain tribes. Tribe of Benjamin. King Saul, Paul the Apostle, aka Saul of Tarsus, the Christian's favorite. Tribe of Levi, Moses, Moshe, and Aaron, Aharon. Tribe of Judah, King David, Dawid, or I like to say Dawad. King Solomon, or Solomo. Many other kings. Lord Yeshua, the Mashiach. The Promised Land, Canaani, plus an area of the east side of the Jordan River, was allocated among the 12 tribes. As the priestly tribe, Levi, or Loya, like lawyer, was given no land. Instead of land, Most High Yahweh gave Loya the tithes of the people of Israel. Jacob's son Joseph, whom I'm named after spiritually, had 2 sons, Manasseh and Ephraim, to forget my woes and doubly fruitful. By Jacob's command, Joseph's sons, forget my woes and doubly fruitful, were regarded as de facto tribes of Israel. Thus, the land allocations of Joseph and Levi, Loya, were given instead to Ephraim and Manasseh, preserving 12 as the number of tribes. There is no such thing as 10 lost tribes of Israel. Then it gets to the sons. Only difference here is it's different in Revelation. Jacob's prophecy. We could read all of this later. Marching order. We have all of that. Very great diagram. Very great. So let's get to the studies, the charts. And we are in 12 nations today. This is called Lot, Israel, North, Judah, South. Judah, Israel. Got some seas. Actually, river, seas, some rivers. Then we have Reuben, Simeon, Levi, Judah, the lion, Dan, the judge, Naphtali, leap like a roe. Gad, dwell in tents. Asher shall abound. Issachar likes to work. Zebulon, dwell by the sea. Joseph, fruitful. Benjamin likes to sing like a wolf. You know, Levi is the judge. Simeon dwelt in the land of Judah. And Reuben's the firstborn. Kingdom of David. David fulfills land promise. And I'm going to read all of this. Stay with me. First thing he does, number 1, captures Gath, the chief city of the Philistines. Pentapolis. Gath is somewhere. Find Gath on here. There we go. Boom, boom. Defeats Moab, killing 2/3 of the men by measuring line. One of my favorite scriptures. Defeats Zobah when he captures the city of Berothai. Where is Zobah at? Right here. Berothai. Good, good. Kills 21,700 right here. And defeats Hadadezer, the son of Rehob king. Kills 22,000 Aramean mercenaries, and you know that's who Kim Kardashian is. Aramean, they're way up here. They're way up here. They ain't got nothing to do with Samaria, Israel, or Judah, right? Or Gilead. But these Armenians were up here messing with us. Kills 22,000 Aramean mercenaries who came to aid Zobah. Abishai, the son of Zeruiah, defeats Edom in the Salt Sea. Around here. Salt Sea. Valley, and kills 18,000 Aramean again, mercenaries helping Edom. David writes Psalm 60 about the event. Go there to find out. Toi, king of Hamath, willingly submits to David, bringing him greetings and gifts. David uses all the silver and gold he plundered in the temple. Philistia was an ally to David because Tyre supplies the materials and skilled labor to build his house and the temple. Nahash, king of Ammon, was an ally of David and also the grandfather of Joab. I didn't know that. David's army commander. Nahash dies and his son breaks the covenant of peace, causing war. Remember, he sent the men back with half-shaved beards and I think their buttocks uncovered. In 995 BC, after the battle against Ammon begins, David sleeps with Bathsheba while he sends Uriah to die with an arrow shot from top of the gate of Rarah and Ammon. And that's why we have a lot of killing in our tribe today. In 995 BC, Ammon is defeated. In 995 BC, the Philistines are defeated in Gezer and Gath. In 995 BC, David fulfills the land promised to Abraham and Solomon, born in 993 BC. Absalom is 9 years old at this time. In 984 BC, Tamar raped by 20-year-old Ammon. In 973 BC, 29-year-old Absalom usurps David's throne and is killed by Joab a few weeks later. A lot of drama. A lot of family affairs. Jezreel Valley, be familiar with that. Valley of Megiddo, Armageddon. Jerusalem in Benjamin territory, then this is Judah territory. Philistines, Sidonianites, Arameans, Ammon, Moab, all surrounding Israel. So this is very much early in our start in the promised land. Dan moves up here. From here, you're going to find out Samson, when his story was around. When he was around, Dan was down here. Samson came from the tribe of Dan when they was down here. The kingdoms of David and Solomon, 1077 to 997 BCE. King David ruled Israel from 990 BC to 968, and his son Solomon ruled after him until 928 BC. David enlarges his kingdom and brought it to the peak of political and military power. Solomon ruled over all the kingdoms west of the Euphrates River from Tiflash to Gaza. He was at peace with all his neighbors. Man of peace. This is the Tigris River, or Tigris and the Euphrates. He ruled all kingdom of Solomon. They didn't lie. All of that. He had Turkey and all of that. So don't be surprised if you see some Israelite artifacts up here circling around. Alright. Alright. Look at the geography. It was very hard to cross the mountain ridge. You had to come up here to get through. Genesis, Numbers, and Revelation. One thing I want to point out is Dan is not listed, although Joseph is listed as Joseph is listed, so Ephraim is not. Maybe Joseph is in the place of Ephraim and Manasseh is still there. Manasseh wasn't here, nor Ephraim in the beginning. It was just Joseph. Then you got Numbers, the way they numbered it, the way we should march. Levi is not mentioned, but Ephraim, Manasseh is instead of Joseph. Then in Revelation, they list Joseph and Manasseh again. Ephraim is absorbed into Joseph. Dan is not listed. And they have study on that. Maybe Dan fell out of grace or was absorbed by the northern tribe. And Levi is listed again. So pay attention to that. Reuben, see a son. Simeon, heard. Levi, joined. Judah, praised. Dan, he judged. Naphtali, wrestled. Gad, fortune. Asher, happy. Issachar, hire, reward. Zebulun, honor. Joseph, he adds or increase. Benjamin, son of the right or son of the south. Manasseh, making to forget. Ephraim, to be fruitful. The order of Jacob's sons in Genesis. As appeared from the table below, the order of the blessings in the last words of the patriarch is only partially identical with their order of birth. Okay, birth blessings. This order agrees with the rules of the birthright as they were set down by Moses later on. For the son of the loved wife could not be favored at the expense of the firstborn, who was the son of the unloved. The fact that Reuben did forfeit his birthright was entirely on his own accord. He had gone up to his father's bed and committed adultery with Bilhah, one of his father's concubine, and therefore, or maidservants, we'll say, because that is one of our mothers. And therefore, he was deprived of his privileges. The position linked with the birthright went to Judah, Yahudah, the fourth son of Leah. Simeon and Levi were passed over because of the violence against the inhabitants of Shechem over Dinah. The wealth linked with it, however, the firstborn was entitled to a double portion of the inheritance, went to Joseph, the first son of Rachael, the loved one, or rather it went to Ephraim and Manasseh, Joseph's sons, whom Jacob had blessed Baruch previously and more or less adopted as his own sons. Thus Ephraim and Manasseh obtained a place of their own among the tribes of Israel. So we see that both Judah and Joseph are given a prominent place in the blessings of Jacob. Judah received the position of a ruler, and Joseph the wealth laid up for the firstborn. If you want to see that again, go to the story of Jacob and Esau with Isaac blessing and firstborn right. In blessing his sons, Jacob first addressed the son of Leah, putting Zebulun before Issachar. Then the sons of the maids followed, of whom Naphtali is the one mentioned last. Both sons of Zilpah, Leah's maid, are given a place between the two sons of Bilhah, Rachel's maid. Finally, we have Joseph and Benjamin, the two sons of Rachel, the wife whom Jacob loved more than Leah, and for whom he served his father-in-law Laban another 7 years. Laban means to be white. The Israelites are descendants of Noah, son Shem. So how can they be anti-Shemitic? Through Abraham. He is the father of the Hebrew Israelite nation. Abraham is the father of Isaac. Isaac is the father of Jacob. Jacob had 12 sons, and these sons are the progenitors of the Hebrew Israelite nation. The 12 tribes of Israel are as follows. Hold on. Each one of Jacob's sons became a tribal nation, which made up the greater nation of Yasharal. Example: Reuben's descendants became known as the tribe of Reuben. Judah's descendants became known as the tribe of Yahudah, and so on and so forth from Judea. The nation of Israel are the descendants of Jacob, whose name was changed to Israel by the Most High in Genesis chapter 32, verse 28, and he confirmed it again a couple verses later. So this is what I wanted to get to. Ha-Shanya, Ishara, Shabbat-Yam, Yasharala. The 12 tribes of Yasharala. I say Yasharael, Yah the Prince of Power, but you can say it the way you like. I don't mind. So it's saying the 12 Ha-Shanya tribes, Ishara, 12, I don't know, Ha-Shanya, Ishara, I'm sorry, I'm chopping it up. I had it earlier. Shabbat Yam. I think that's tribes right there. Shabbat Yam. Bayat, tribes house. Okay. Of Israel. Judah, Yahweh thanks, Yahweh, Yod He Vav Dalet He, Yahweh, Yahweh. Benjamin, son of the right, Ban Yamyan, Ban, that's a bet, Yod, yeah, a Yod, a Noon, right, and a final Noon. Oh, Yam, so that's a Mem, Yan, and that's an N, so that's a Yod. M and M, Ban, B, a final Noon, Yam, Yun, so that's a Yod, Mem, Yod, Nun. Levi joined to me, Loya, like lawyer, wonder where they got that from. Alamed, Vav O U, right? La Vav O U, that'll be a V, Lavya, Laya. Right, that's a Yod, right? Give me a second. That might be a, yeah, that's a Vav. A Yod is an arm. That's right here. Okay. Simeon, afflicted, hurt, Shamiwan. Zebulon, dwelling, Zabalawan. Ephraim, I am fruitful, Afparayam. Manasseh, made to forget, Manasseh, that's why I be saying that, Manasseh. God, or is God, troop, God, good. Reuben, which is Reuben, see, it's a son, Ra'aban. Asher, happy, Ashar. Naphtali, my wrestling, Naphtaliah. Issachar, he is hired, Yishakar. So I say Yahudah, Benjamin, which I'm going to start saying Benyamin, which is fun. Loya, Shimeon, Shimiwan, Zabalawan, Aparayam, Manasseh, God, Ra'aban, Ashar, Naphtaliah, Yashakar. Get used to that. I'll give you that if you need that. This is the 12 months. Remember, we are in the 12 tribes chart, and there's 12 months, 12 hours, and 12 jurors. So everything is about the 12 tribes of Israel. First thing I want to mention is our holy days always, let's go to Nisan, always overlaps two of theirs. So it's never going to be on. Just remember, they broke our days up. So they have the end of the month right in the middle of ours, and we're still going. So it's March and April. And just remember, the moon never lies. Just look at the moon for the month. New moon, new month. So Nisan, which is Abib, this is Babylonian. We'll get to that in a second. This is spiritual. And we go by one, first month, second, third month. So this is Hebraic. This is Babylonian. This is Roman, Greek captivity, American. Rome did this, Augustus and all of that. So just look at March and April. First, barley harvest, Passover, unfermented cakes, offering of first fruit, unleavened. Late Passover for the second, people traveling. Then you got the Feast of Weeks. Chill for a while. We're chilling. Then I know when it gets to September, around my birthday, it'll be, when it hits September, halfway through September is Tishri, my favorite month. And it'll be the trumpet blast, the Day of Atonement, Festival of Booths, and Solemn Assembly. Then you have the Feast of Dedication, which is not consecrated holy, but we celebrate that. And we have Purim as well, with Esther. 400 BC. Babylonian captivity, Nisan. Biblical calendar, Abib. The month number is 1. Biblical feasts, Passover, unleavened bread, first fruits. You have Tammuz, which is when Jerusalem fell. July, right? Something like that. We don't have any meaning or anything like that going on. Tishri, Ethanim. Tishri, or the 7th month. Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, Sukkot. Again, the first month, so the 7th month is Etanum, Tishri, Tashara, September, October, Abib, Nisan, March and April. Again, notice that Nisan is this shaded area, and it overlaps 2 months of the pagan calendar. Always, always, always. Babylonian captivity, American captivity. Have that twice. Again, spiritual New Year, Nisan. Our old New Year used to be around September, October for the harvesting. That was the old harvest agricultural New Year that the whole world was on in BC. Now the whole world is on January, February for the New Year. But that was our 11th month. Our 12th month was right before February, March, April. Right before March and April. And our 7th month was that. And December was our 10th month. Wasn't even close. We had 2 more months. They trying to count out Israel. Post Exodus, we go by these Babylonian holidays at the 587 BC. Judges, the 12 judges. You can't talk about the 12 tribes of Israel if you can't talk about the 12 judges. One of the judges was Samson. Remember, Samson was from, where you at, Samson? And Samson means his name. He was from Dan. He was a Nazarite. Samson, his name means son. Fun fact, Samson means sun. Delilah means moon. Isn't that beautiful? Such poetry. Dan and Judah. So that's why I said Dan was by Judah at one point. That's when Samson was around. Fought the Philistines right next door. Let's go to Shamgar. Killed 600 Philistines with the ox gold. Remember that? Was he from the tribe of Judah? Oh, he's from the tribe of Levi. Then you got Gideon, one of my favorite. He that bruises or breaks, Manasseh, also called Jerubbaal, half tribe of Manasseh. Enemy was the Arabs. Look at that. Look at that. Gideon knew what time it was. Ehud had to fight Amalek. I know Ehud was that nigga. Ehud fought the Amalekites. He was that nigga. One of these was with Deborah. Was it Jair and Deborah? Right? Othniel, son of Joshua's spy Caleb, from Judah, gotta be. Othniel. And Ehud, my favorite story. He that praises Ahud. I thought Ahud meant joint. Benjamin, left-handed. That's why I like him. Moab, Ammon, and Amalek. Then these are the allotments. I like this because of geographical and topographical features. The valley of Jezreel, Zebulun, Asher, Dan. So just pay attention to that. Okay. Then you got Tekoa, Jerusalem. Where is Modin? Modin ain't on there. Let's find Modin. They got mountains on this map. Mount Ebal, Gerizim, Mount Nebo, where Moses went up to die to, on the ridge of Mountain Abiram. Lachish, a fortified city. Had to go here first before you come to Jerusalem. Phoenicians, Philistines. Again, the topography. The Great Continental African Rift, which separates the African continent from the Euro-Asian continent or the Arabian plate. Again, the 12 tribes allotments and the 12 judges where they were from. You see where Samson's from? Okay, like to go down here and mess with them Philistines. Then you got again the cities. Let me see. Jerusalem, There we go. Looking for Modine. If you can find Modine, you're doing good. Let's get Modine. There goes Modine. 15 miles away from Jerusalem is Modine. So count Jerusalem, 15 miles. Boom. Israel's not that big as far as east to west. Again, we got Modine. And this is important because of the Maccabees. This is a Maccabean map. Seleucid Empire. This is under the Maccabean, the Hasmonean dynasty. Jerusalem, Modine, 15 miles. Alexandrium, yeah, okay. They're already turning it into Roman area. Still ain't got Philistia yet, but that's Idumea, subjugated unto Judea. Moabites and Ammon, subjugated. Galatians, Galadites. Alright, Samaria. Modine, 2 eyes, 168 to 63 BC, the 400 quiet years between the Old and New Testament. This is what we're looking at. And it was quiet because there was a lot of persecution to the Negro. Now we know what happened. They try to stop us from writing the book. Isn't that crazy how you're a part of the story as much as the story is a part of you? Judea, Jerusalem, Qumran, where they found the Dead Sea Scrolls. Good job, my niggas in Jerusalem. Good job transporting the roll of the scrolls. En-Gedi, Masada, just to escape all the way down here, just 3 years later, just to escape Titus and Vespasian. Isn't that some of those bastards? Conquest under Shimeon, Jonathan, John Hyrcanus, Aristobulus the First, Alexander, Janneus, Judea, Jonathan. Okay, yeah. And I love all of these guys. They each did their part. Okay, this is Christ being born in Capernaum. Or was this one of his trips going to Jerusalem? Then we have the ancient Israelites wilderness camp after leaving. Why they say it like that? Judah's right here. Benjamin's over there. Ephraim, Manasseh, Zebulon. Okay, good. Good. You see Reuben's right here. Okay, good. Simeon's right here. Okay, good. These are all the ones we mess with, really. Cool. Jerusalem, Judea, Judah. Simeon is in the land of Judah. I want you to know that. Simeon's with us. We got our brothers back. I have this printed out. Passover, Yeshua's blood sacrifice, unleavened bread, kingdom of God begins. Feast of first fruit, Yeshua's resurrection. Half of this already happened, just to let you know. Spoiler alert. Shavuot, Pentecost, outpouring of the Most High Yah's Spirit. Feast of trumpets, second rapture, wedding of the Lamb, God's servants, the 2 witnesses, 144,000 that's taken to wedding. This is where we at, the big candlestick. Day of Atonement, the Battle of Armageddon, after the 1,000 years. This is it right here. Feast of Sukkot. So we get married, Battle of Armageddon, they're fighting us. We might be in it right now, full-fledged war. Millennial Kingdom, we're feasting for 1,000 years, repopulating the earth full of Israelite males and women. Feast of Purim, beautiful young woman knows how to raise family. Feast of Purim, the Last Judgment, and Feast of Hanukkah, a new heaven and a new earth. I like it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I like it. Spring holidays, fall holidays. Okay. I made this chart, so let's go through it. Southern Kingdom of Judah, Northern Kingdom of Israel. Category: Kings, 19 kings, 1 queen. Northern Israel. Category: Kings, 19 kings. Southern Kingdom of Judah. Category: Capital, Jerusalem. Northern Kingdom of Israel. Category: Capital, Samaria. Southern Kingdom of Judah dynasties, 1 dynasty, the line of David, Dobadot. Northern Kingdom of Yasharael, 5 dynasties and several independent kings. 5 different bloodlines. Southern Kingdom tribes, Judah and Benjamin. Northern Kingdom tribes, 10 northern tribes. Southern Kingdom category: character of the kings. Most were unstable, some were good, and some were bad. Northern Kingdom Israel category: character of kings. All were bad, but only Ahab and Ahaziah were Baal worshippers. Balenciaga, I don't mess with nobody. Moving through the party, moving through the party. Southern Kingdom category conquered by Babylon in 586. Northern Kingdom category conquered by Assyria in 721. Southern Kingdom category afterward returned to the land. Northern Kingdom category afterwards no return. Balenciaga, I don't mess with nobody. I think that's it. Moving through the party, moving through the party. Please don't mess with anybody. Let me go back to this one real quick. I want to go back to this real quick. Moving through the party, moving through the party. It says Passover, 50 days. Remember that? That's where we at right now. It's August 2023, third day. Well, actually, it's the second. 10:51. Got about an hour. Unleavened bread, resurrection, first fruit, Jesus, Yahshua's death, Passover. Unleavened bread, burial, first fruit, resurrection, and Book of Acts, Pentecost. 50 days, Pentecost, Holy Spirit. There you go. Then you got the church. It's all pretty simple once you study. It doesn't change. Fall holidays, the trumpets, all are precursor. I heard from an Israelite. All are precursor to the Day of Judgment. These are all rehearsal. It wasn't for the Israelites back then. This was for them to rehearsal, their rehearsal for the great Day of Judgment. Fall holidays, trumpets, Day of Atonement, which is when Christ come on the earth. You better get ready. That's right when you meet him. Bury your dung, which is your sins, in the dirt hole behind outside the camp. Get ready to meet the Lord. Wash yourself. Do not come near your wives. All of that. In this case, your wives will be the foreign women that we had relations with spiritually in this country, in this mindset, westernization and colonialization and all of that. Day of Atonement, then the tabernacles, when the Most High called us out of spiritual Babylon, spiritually called Sodom and Gomorrah, Egypt, and we dwell in the wilderness, to be fulfilled during the second coming of Yahuwah HaMashiach. And that's it. I got this printed out, big paper. It's 3x2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. 1, 2 sheets. Alright. It's about 30 minutes long. Let's go upload this. This is Ben Yosef with the South Carolina Hebrew Israelites. Shalom, shalom.